Falou pra caralho. Robocop, como assim? Falou do caralho, maluco. Eu acho que agora vai, cara. Acho que hoje a internet tá boa. Hoje tem tudo pra dar certo aqui o jogo. Eu comecei tarde pra caralho a live, né? Isso é...
I am looking for a female officer who arrived yesterday with a gunshot wound.
You need to be a little more specific, honey.
Her name is Lewis. She is in a coma.
Ah, second floor. Take the elevator.
Sabe como o Robocop é barulhento, né? Ele não tem nem como tu...
No.
Sir, you're not allowed in there. That's the VIP section of the hospital.
There's so much room in there, and we're all cramped up in this little space.
Sir, please calm down.
Apavorante, né, maluco? Tá nada, por quê, pô? Uma boa imagem aqui.
Hey, Murphy. She's right in here.
Que bichinha tá triste, pô. Vou entrar lá no Discord rapidinho. Cara, que maravilha, a internet voltou, né? Ele falando do jogo lá. Emo gótico já passou essa fase.
Another visitor? She's in a stable condition. You know, some think that people in her state can hear what's happening around them even if they don't respond. Why don't you try talking to her? Now, I'll leave you two alone.
Hello, Lewis. Allow me to update you on
Eu vou
our
fazer o
case.
Legacy of Kain amanhã, pô,
I
de
know
manhã.
you would hate to be behind on the investigation. I found Officer Briggs. He is dead. Wendell Antonowski has the street vultures collecting bodies. His intent is not clear. I opened your present. It helped. Thank you. I could really use your advice, Lewis.
Take the body downstairs.
But there's no more room in the morgue.
Didn't you hear someone stole a bunch of bodies over the
Ah,
weekend?
meu nariz tá tudo zoado, mano.
What is this world coming to?
Lewis, you always find a way to help.
Sai fora, rapaz.
I'll keep her
E aí,
safe.
Johnny, como é
Don't you
que...
worry about her.
Quando vai rolar um encontro de você e o Zero, pô? Moram no mesmo estado e não se conhecem. A mesma cidade.
What's her blood pressure?
I've got 40 pout.
Course VFib. Okay, we gotta shock him.
Let's get the ambu bag.
Stand clear. Shock him.
Clear.
All right, no pulse.
Caralho, até hoje eu lembro de um filme de terror que o cara pegou essas paradas de dar choque na pessoa, de reanimar, usou na cabeça do maluco.
All right.
Não sei se foi na cabeça ou na cara.
Let's call it. What's the time?
6:15.
ROBOCOP, what a surprise.
Porra, a cara do médico, meu irmão. Uma cara de bicheiro do caralho do maluco.
I'm guessing you're here about the missing bodies? No one from the police has come to talk to us yet. I suppose you're preoccupied with the living rather than the dead. Tell me about the case. Usually, we're pretty packed. There are even some bodies that have been here since Christmas. But a couple of nights ago, someone broke into the hospital and stole 30 of them. It's been a blessing in disguise, really. We've got so many unclaimed
Meu irmão, esse mês tem feriado pra caralho, né? Teve 2, agora vai ter 15, vai ter 20.
Actually, there is. Our thieves were very picky. All of the corpses had their brains intact. They didn't take a single corpse that had documented brain trauma. I've got to say, they were very thorough. Anything else? That's it for me, but talk to the security guard in the lobby. He should know more. Now that I'm looking at you, didn't I work on you? I recognize that jawline.
Finally! I've been calling you guys for the past...
What do you know about the disappearance at the morgue?
Sure, I know I'm just a security guard, but I know how you operate. I've seen the shows, so let me break it down for you the way you'd understand. I estimate the incident occurred at around 300 hours. Multiple perps entered the GMH from the east and then proceeded to the BLE. Then most likely used the EFS to get down to the MORGUE.
What can you tell me about the perps?
We caught their leader.
You caught him? Where is he?
Oh, I mean on camera. There it is. Caucasian male, late 40s, dapper dresser, if I can say so myself.
That was very helpful. Thank you for your cooperation.
No problem. Just because I don't have a badge or a service weapon or a cruiser and partner or even a bulletproof vest, that doesn't mean that I can't be of help to the police.
Ó, pai, ó.
Good to see you in one piece, Robo. Mr. Becker wasn't happy when he heard about your little trip to Highland Park. But between you and me, what you did was quite impressive. Maybe it wasn't an author. Thank you for your cooperation. What's all the commotion?
Not the time. You all know the procedure by now. Officer Cecil will gather Briggs' belongings and deliver them to the family. They asked for a small funeral, so I expect everyone to give the family space.
Briggs was one of us. We should at least do something to honor him.
Best thing we can do is get those butchers that did this to him. I want to see everyone in the briefing room in 10 minutes. Now back to work.
Hey, Murphy. You've been to the hospital, haven't you? How's Lewis?
Unconscious, but stable.
She'll pull through. I'm sure of it.
It's time to hold OCP accountable. This can't keep happening.
Relax, Kaplan.
He's not wrong.
How many more of us have to end up in the hospital or morgue before we do something?
It's like Sarge said, we need to get the guy who did it, so maybe let's focus on that? Speaking of which, there's someone who might know something. There's a guy in the jail that wants to talk to you, Robo. See you later in the briefing room.
Welcome back, Robo. You have a minute? First of all, I wanted to say I'm sorry that I hesitated back at that steel mill. I already filed a report on the incident to Mr. Becker.
Fucking rat.
As I was writing it, I'd noticed a lot of opportunities to better myself. But considering that was our first mission together, it wasn't all bad, right?
There are plenty of places to improve.
That's actually something I wanted to ask you about. I've been getting to know different aspects of being a cop, and there's one thing that I keep underperforming at. It's shooting. Would you mind showing me how you practice at the range?
Maybe later.
Sure thing. I'll wait at the range.
Why are you in this cell?
I come here to think sometimes, and the food is better than in the soup kitchen.
That is called freeloading.
If it's free, I'll take it. But seriously, I was hoping to see you. I heard what happened to Briggs. After everything he did for me, I'll do whatever I can to help you catch that Wendell guy. He seems pretty good at pitting people against each other. Maybe I'll find some of his dissatisfied customers who'll be willing to talk to me.
It could be dangerous.
You kidding? On the streets, I'm a samurai. Well, with Briggs dead, it probably makes me more of a...
You are not a Ronin.
Yeah, okay. Just remember, if you need anything, I'm your guy.
Again. Why am I always the one that has to do it? It's not fair.
Thanks to ROBOCOP's insubordination, we finally have something concrete.
At your service.
Wendell Antonowski struck a deal with the street vultures at Highland Park.
A place where, for some reason, we weren't supposed to go.
Be that as it may, we're on the lookout for anyone from this biker gang. We also know what he's looking for.
Yeah, dead bodies.
Dead bodies whose brains are still intact, to be precise.
Wow, that's even more messed up. Why would he need them?
We'll get to the whys, but for now we need to focus on catching Spike. He's our connection to Wendell Antonowski. Since they know we're onto them, I'm expecting them to be in hiding.
They're not hiding. Put on Channel 9.
What in the hell?
I repeat, OCP Bank is being robbed by the notorious street vultures. We'll keep trying to get closer for a better view.
All right, everyone back up. I want you all to be at SWAT's disposal.
Sergeant, am I back on the case?
I don't think Becker will give me grief if I let you go save OCP's money. You're reinstated. Everyone, move out!
Caralho, 2 grandões desses. Ficar 3.
Oh, look at that. One of the
Tá
cops
muito
was
quente,
actually
velho.
bothered to show up. No need, SWAT's
O
got it
foda é que
covered.
se eu dormir de ar, meu irmão, eu fico todo arrebentado. Acordo cedo pra caralho.
Vultures came up with the great idea of
E aí,
robbing the
Dedé?
OCP bank. They've got hostages, and they claim there's a bomb. They must be crazy to think that OCP will just let them leave with their money.
Was there any sighting of Spike?
Not yet. But I'm sure they wouldn't pull such a stunt without their leader.
What is the plan?
Let me make this clear. It's SWAT's plan. You're no part of it.
Then you are going to need a new plan.
With this buggy brain of yours, you think you still remember how to put the heat on them scumbags?
I prefer to serve justice cold.
Ajuda de quê, pô? Nossa, dá um barulho. Puta que pariu, caralho. Celular com vírus, Instagram hackeado, aí é foda. É bizarro, né? O que ela andou vendo aí pro celular pegar vírus? Essa é a questão.
So far, so good.
Ai, caralho. So far, so good. Nossa, o cara capotando ali.
You now have 15 seconds to comply. You now have 15 seconds to comply. You now have 15 seconds to comply.
Ué?
Find a way to get past it. Try finding the weakest spot in the wall around the gate and breach through that.
Maneiro, né isso? Como assim não tiver questão nenhuma? Como ela pegou isso aí? Onde é que ela estava entrando para pegar esse vírus? Existem muitas perguntas e com poucas respostas. Nossa, cheiro horrível, mano. Não, esse jogo é mega divertido.
I knew you were gonna lose. Our line of work is about the team, not the tank.
Ah, o jogo travou, cara. Puta que pariu. O jogo travou, meteu um... Caralho, surreal, né, cara? Um jogo vender tanto assim, né? Acho que nenhum jogo do planeta vai bater essa meta. Horas para entrar. Impressionante como esse monitor tá aí dentro. Voltei. Não só isso, né? PS3, PS4, PS5, né? O jogo ele E foi portado pra várias gerações, né? O que é coisa rara, né? Tu vê um jogo assim. Normalmente o nego abandona o jogo ali com videogame, ele não. Sacanagem, né? Volta tudo, né? Volta tudo. O ACP tá sempre na minha frente. É, pô. Os caras estão muito na minha frente.
Seconds to comply. You now have 15 seconds. Now have 15 seconds to comply.
There's an armored gate in lockdown mode in front of you.
Mano, já tem remaster do que? Do GTA? Ah, 4. Foi mal, li errado. Sim. Eles desistiram, parece que ia rolar sem. Ia rolar uma versão dele, mas o nego desistiu. Dá uma raiva desses bichos, que eles são humanos, mas aguentam tiro pra caralho. Não pega computadores travam. Matei só 28, os caras mataram 73. Ah, tá travando toda hora o jogo, cara. Puta que pariu, meu irmão. Robocop é o Robocop, porra. Tô travando toda hora o jogo, meu. Aí não dá, né? Calma, Dedé. Calma, Dedé. Calma, Dedé. Calma, Dedé. Gabriel tentando fazer live dele com aquela internet merda dele. Que pariu, o Gabriel é uma bicha mesmo, né? O cara quer porque quer fazer live e via Wi-Fi. Vou tentar mais uma vez. Se der uma terceira coisa, eu encerro essa porra e faço outro jogo. Não precisei nem sair, o jogo já saiu por mim mesmo. Ele travou e saiu por mim mesmo. Calma, Dedé, calma, Dedé, calma, Dedé. Esse Robocop XZ vai. Robocop. Será que tem esses programas no YouTube, cara, da antigamente? Robocop. Última tentativa aqui.
Oh, look at that. One of the cops was actually bothered to show up. No need, SWAT's got it covered.
What is the situation?
Let's see who tags the most perps.
Turned out to be quite intense. N209's behaving themselves?
So far, so good.
You should be heading towards the vault. It's through the office area.
Porra.
There's an armored gate in lockdown mode in front of you. Find a way to get past it. Try finding the weakest spot in the wall around the gate and breach through that.
Can't fall behind! Team strong! Suspects are resisting!
Se travar aqui.
I knew you were gonna lose. Our line of work is about the team, not the tech.
Porra, não travou.
ROBOCOP, I've received information that the bank manager is held hostage in the vault.
Where exactly is it?
Find the manager's office, and we'll go from there. It's at the far end of the office area.
Your presence here is unauthorized.
So is depriving thousands of people of a roof over their heads. But OCP doesn't seem to mind that.
Explain.
Delta City. A heaven on earth that OCP plans to build in place of old Detroit? A city of the future where there is no crime or poverty. Do you believe the commercials?
Fighting a private crusade against OCP can cloud your judgment.
Facts and experience help me keep my head straight. In order to create Delta City, OCP must first get rid of people who live in old Detroit. Now that's a topic I'd rather do a story on than you glitching. OCP offered these people investment in the project. The value of their property would cover the cost of entering the business. The later gains will far outweigh the cost, supposedly.
You do not believe that.
It's OCP. There must be a catch, and I think I found it. The documents say something about additional costs. I believe that's a loophole that OCP placed in order to scam people out of their homes.
That is only suspicion.
And I need time to prove that my suspicion is true. Time and some of these documents I found. If you detain me, the SWAT jerks will requisition them.
Good intentions do not release you from obeying the law. You are now detained.
You're going to let OCP scam innocent people. You're nothing more than a police manual on metal legs. They may call you Murphy, but you're nothing like that guy. He's dead. The documents here say that his wife is getting a widow's pension. Do you think OCP would do that for a cop who's still alive?
Take her away.
I can see you've reached the manager's office. Great. Now look for a switch that unlocks the doors that lead to the vault. Now, take the doors behind the desk and turn left. The way to the vault should be open now. If I was a bank manager, I would probably ask for that switch to be installed somewhere around my desk.
I will not contribute to depriving my grateful employer of his...
ROBOCOP! I knew our founder would send his best.
We're not done yet.
Mr. Becker, you're still alive.
I only played dead so I didn't end up like you, with a bomb strapped to my body.
ROBOCOP, you have to defuse it. The explosion could cause the company enormous losses.
I need the support of a combat engineer.
I saw that Orpheus kid playing puzzle games on his breaks. Ask him for help. I'll be watching you from a safe distance.
Officer Washington, I am looking at a ticking bomb.
A bomb? Okay, I'm passing you through to the bomb squad.
There is no time. I will need your help to defuse it.
Gosh, I mean, I'll do my best, but just give me a moment. First aid, kidnapping...
Are you looking for a bomb defusing chapter in the police manual?
Found it. First rule, call qualified personnel. Oh, no. Okay, tell me what you see.
Four connectors with different voltage.
What's the highest voltage?
24 volts. Cables lead to the fuse.
Does the fuse appear to be electronic?
Affirmative. 4 cables, green, 2 reds, and blue.
4 cables? Got it.
It is a C4 explosive and seems to be homemade.
Yeah, that's what I'd expect. Okay, so they used this kind of bomb before. According to the diagram, you should detach 3 cables. Start from the one with the highest voltage, then proceed down one at a time to the one with the lowest voltage.
There are 2 different color 12-volt cables. Which one do I detach first?
Okay, maybe this isn't the time, but I'm colorblind.
I will have to improvise.
Just remember, detach the one with the highest voltage first, then proceed down to the lowest voltage.
Caralho, que merda, cara. Nossa, que explosão bosta. O verde pelo menos tava certo. A gente sabe que... Puta, volta tudo.
Mr.
Bom, um policial pra desarmar a bomba é daltônico, né? O filho da puta. Que é... Pelo menos já sabe, o verde é o primeiro. É, os checkpoints são longes.
Yeah, that's what I'd expect from the street vultures.
4 cables, green, 2 reds, and blue.
4 cables? Got it.
Cables lead to the fuse.
Does the fuse appear to be electronic?
Affirmative.
Oh, just...
Verde, azul, vermelho. Pronto. Molezinha, pô. Cara, eu juro que eu pensei que ele ia pisar em cima da bomba. Eu juro que eu achei que ele ia pisar em cima da bomba.
Well, I should really check upstairs.
Nonsense. This is OCP. Money comes first. Now, Open the vault.
There you go, sir.
Great. Now out of my way.
What the hell is this? Where is all the money?
Our founder has most of our capital tied up in a very ambitious and resource-heavy project.
I can't believe old man's blowing all of OCP's money on Delta City.
Have some respect, young man.
Bottles? Back with the money in the next... We're leaving.
You should be proud to work for such a great man.
At this rate, soon there might be no one left to work for him. See what I'm talking about?
Que droga. Pirou. Pirou. Cagar, cagou. Em Salvador. Lá vem o negão. Em curtir Salvador. Nossa, me deram. Não vou com essa pistola aqui pra ver qual é.
You're out of the bank already?
I am in pursuit of the remaining bikers. I have followed them into a tunnel.
So that's how they must have gotten here in the first place. It seems they're retreating into the old industrial area. That must be where they've hidden their getaway vehicle.
Hit kill essa porra. Bem melhor que a minha pistola.
There's a deserted warehouse nearby. It's the only building with street access in the area, and it's big enough to store their vehicle. It's your best bet to proceed there.
Roger that.
Os caras são babaca. Toma, trouxa. Ai, caralho. Ai, caralho, não sei se ri ou se choro. Bora, bora. Tá me acertando aqui? Boa, férias. Agora dá pra curtir mais tempo de live aqui. Muita gente aqui.
I am listening, creep.
Acho que não. Como eu tô me mudando, fazendo várias coisas.
This was a suicide mission.
We no longer deal with that arrogant prick. We had an agreement. We held our end of it. And apparently it slipped his mind to pay us for our services. Well, that didn't sit well with us. So now we're out to get what we're owed.
The only thing you are owed is a prison cell.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm a vulture. I need my space. I'll see you around, cop.
Não, pô. Não vai ser. Não vai ser agora que eu vou morar sozinho.
Yeah, glad we got Murphy on our
I
team.
have pertinent information regarding the case.
We'll
Vai
get
tá
to
muito
that,
quente,
Murphy.
brother.
But right now, it's time for your psych evaluation. Becker will chew my ear off if I don't make sure you take part in it. So go. Dr. Blanche is already waiting in the observation room. Once it's over, join us in the briefing room.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Piece of junk taser blew the fuse when I tried to charge it.
I'm ready for you, Robo.
Send us insulated gloves.
I'm afraid not.
All
Looks
right.
like OCP is
Let's
really
see
cutting
what's
costs where
cooked.
it can. God knows what they'll cut next.
Eu nunca faço as secundárias.
Or who?
Hey.
Hello, Murphy.
Looks supposed to.
Congratulations. How do you feel about being a...
I wish not so many people saw me as I am.
And I suppose that's rather difficult. I'm sure you'd love to share this accomplishment with Anne.
She is
You cherish that relationship.
She is.
Just like your You're very
OCP.
And how do you view...
My programming does not allow for family life.
No. I guess that was never the intention. Nevertheless, you still think about them, don't you? What comes to mind? I see. Memories can be painful. The thief that broke into my house. He was an addict who'd come over to steal, as you can imagine.
I do not remember my family. I can only feel.
These feelings had...
As system failure. But OCP sees them as obstacles.
And now you're afraid that they sent me here to...
Did they?
What you need to understand, especially now, I think this... I've got plenty to think about for now.
Yeah, just keep following the road.
But the road ends here.
What was that? Uh-oh, you're breaking up.
Am I? I'm hearing you clearly.
Oh my god, what a lemon.
I have not had a chance. You two seem to be enjoying yourselves.
Just having a little fun with our fellow dispatcher.
Don't worry, I'm sure the kid has a sense of humor. It's just a little blue hazing. And he's an OCP stooge anyway.
You're not going soft on us, are you, Murphy?
OCP is never to be trusted.
That's what I'm saying.
You know that he runs to Becker with a stack of papers every time you two talk, right? He's a rat.
We're just looking out for you, Murphy.
All right. The situation at the bank was contained in a relatively smooth fashion.
Sério?
So what did we
O
learn?
Gabriel que se amarra.
When it's their money on the line, OCP will send ROBOCOP, the entire SWAT team, and a bunch of Ed 209s that actually work.
Anything else?
Wendell Antonowski no longer deals with the street vultures.
That's right. There's been a rift in their midst, and I want to know why.
Spike has proven to be talkative under suitable conditions.
That's why I want you all to head to the city and do some actual police work. We need to find Spike. The attack on OCP Bank was a desperate move. I'm sure there's plenty of theories floating around. So we need to listen to what the streets are saying to find where the vultures are hiding.
I know someone versed in street talk.
Talk to him. And, oh, I almost forgot. Murphy, once you're downtown, the old man wants to meet with you.
Oh, the old man himself? What an honor.
Yeah, he's the closest Detroit has to real-life royalty. Maybe for saving him all that money, he'll knight you or something.
Enough! Head downtown, ask around, and most importantly, find Spike.
ROBOCOP! Over here. You wouldn't want to make the mayor of Detroit wait, would you?
May I help you, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, it's me who's gonna do the helping. You know John Mills, I presume? The OCP puppet who's gunning for my seat as mayor? I've heard from a reliable source that he's planning to make you the highlight of his election bid. Judging by your... what a spud.
I am not involved in politics.
Well, let's not get too hasty. You can still show support for him. I need to go. Campaign season is whatever you do. Thanks for the talk, RoboCop. Say no to Delta City. Vote for the neighborhoods. Vote for Kuzak.
Porra, tá muito quente, cara. Puta que pariu.
RoboCop is getting a face-to-face with the old man himself?
Hey,
tell him all
Shiny.
about how the OCP is
Got a job for
fucking us
you.
over.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't say a word.
How are you feeling after the incident at the bank?
Who gives a shit? I heard that you're heading to the city. Once you're out there, I want you to check one apartment for me. There's suspicion of domestic terrorism and corporate espionage, so expect a warm welcome.
Should I assume hostility from the suspect?
I assume you'll find
Tá no
sensitive
máximo já,
data
pô.
there. Look for it thoroughly and make sure it comes straight back to my hands. Tenement across the
Mas
street from
eu
the
vou
arcade,
encerrar daqui a pouquinho a live, vou ligar o ar, ficar
Now go, I
deitado
gotta
aqui.
prepare for a meeting.
Muito
And remember,
cansado. Esse
if you won't
tempo no
take care of
início
it,
assim me cansa
another
pra
cop will
caralho,
have to.
desgasta muito.
Another cop that isn't quite as resistant to deadly surprises as you are.
Eu vou fazer isso mais tarde. Eu vou tomar um banho também. Tomar um banho. Verdade, né? Uma boa coisa.
Hey, you. The old man is waiting for you upstairs. This entrance to the building is off limits. You have to use the staircase.
Do you think it's gonna hold his weight?
Doesn't matter. The old man's waiting. So, it's true what they say. You do have some kind of defect.
Oh, it's good to see you, my boy. Leave us. I want to talk to him in private. You have to excuse me for not getting up. I'm in a rather unfortunate state. You did exceptional work at the bank.
I want you to know that I am deeply grateful for your service to OCP and the city of Detroit. See, I grew up in this very apartment, or what's left of it. It used to be a thriving neighborhood. Nothing like what you see right now. I always dreamt of turning it into the most prosperous district in the city. A new heart of Detroit. Can you imagine? Or do you think it's just an old fool's pipe dream?
Are you asking a machine about dreams?
You're selling yourself short, son. Delta City's construction, decay, and death are terrible things. You lose everything you... But I don't have to tell you. It really makes me wonder.
The only burden it causes is to criminal scum.
I admire the real reason. I'm aware of your That's why I've requested to have people look.
I would rather focus on catching the riffraff.
I understand, but sometimes what we want is not what we really need. I can imagine it's not a pleasant experience, but I'm sure that becoming alive...
That is correct.
Now we've reached an understanding.
My partner has been severely wounded and is being treated at Gibson Memorial Hospital.
I'll make sure she gets the best care there is.
Thank you.
I have to say, you brought a lot... Now, excuse me. I'm not supposed to... Take care of yourself. After all, the peace of Detroit depends on your well-being.
Caralho, saí do meu corpo. Praticamente desencarnei, mano.
Remember to get back in touch with your informer. See if he has any info that could get us back on the biker's lead. Spike is still out there.
OCP wants to raise towers and blast and steel? Go ahead! Just not where we live.
Is that true? Mary has to close a restaurant?
2 words. Delta City.
Whoa.
Greetings. Waiting for the movie screening.
Just browsing to find which movie would most enhance my nuke experience.
If you need experience that will enhance your senses, I will gladly be of assistance.
I like trying new things, but let me take a... Nah, tell me.
I need information.
That SOB. I'll never... Luckily, there ain't much left of the street vultures after the bank heist, but now you mention so...
You really want justice for Briggs?
We owe him, and I think...
You really...
We owe, and I think...
Thank you. You have...
I know you're busy.
I will not be involved.
That's the title. So what do you say?
If it helps you...
Yeah, it'll solve all my problems.
What are you looking for?
So there's this movie about a guy with a gun, and there's this bad guy who wants something. I'm pretty sure the title has some biblical reference in it.
You lack vital information on the subject.
Okay, let's start searching. Remember, the title has something to do with the Bible, saints, cosmos, or whatever. Let's start by checking the thriller and drama sections.
Should we ask the owner?
Forget him. He has no idea about movies. He thinks that Salamanca deserved the Golden Piston for the best picture.
I heard that, and it did.
Excuse me, we are conducting an investigation.
You can investigate the case of several tapes being overdue. Your main suspect is your friend over there.
Oh, man. Did he call us friends? Nice.
Irmão, vai dar 36 graus domingo, 34 segunda, terça 35. Brother, tá... É, tá um calorão sinistro, né? Uma onda de calor. Se qualquer coisa, se animar aí, é só dar um toque aí. Bom que a gente tá perto também, né?
Kind Shepherd?
Love that one. You know, that movie could have never happened. The director threw out the script after reading a couple of pages. Thankfully, his wife picked it out of the trash, and after reading it, she forced her husband to give it another look.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Do we? I'm not so sure about that.
Alex Murphy was given a second chance.
But I mean, you really deserved it. Which is something I couldn't say about a lot of people. Anyway, I don't want to spoil them.
Nossa, o jogo tá bugando pra caralho. Ah, chega, cara. Acho que eu vou encerrar por hoje, vai. O jogo já tá bugando pra caralho, eu não consigo. Vou encerrar por hoje, tá muito quente também. Uma horinha já deu. Amanhã de manhã talvez eu faça a live do Legacy of Kain. Então é isso. Fui-me.